All right, I'm a little late on this because I was on vacation, but the Steelers signed TJ Watt to a 3-year extension. So that'll keep him with us, let me think, for 26, 27, and 28. He has become the highest paid non quarterback in NFL history for the second time in his career. It is a 3-year, $123 million extension, which averages out to $41 million per year. 108 of that 123 is fully guaranteed, which he also has 108 career sacks, which just, a little bit of a cool coincidence. Let's see. All right. So, people weren't sure if he was going to get more or less than Miles did, because Miles was saying he wanted out. He wanted to go somewhere where he could really contend. And the thought was that they just threw $40 million a year at Miles to get him to stay. They bought his I'm staying. Kind of like how they bought Deshaun Watson's yes when it came time for his contract and the trade and all that. Because he had signed a 4-year deal with the Texans prior to the whole situation. So Cleveland was in it. He told Cleveland no. And then they said, how about $230 million fully guaranteed? And then he said yes. So when Cleveland is told no, they throw money and say, how about now? Now, as far as TJ is concerned, he never once said he wanted out of Pittsburgh. Not that I saw. The closest thing he probably did to that was the picture that had him throwing up like a peace sign. Like, I think that might be the only thing we saw from him. Other than that, it was quiet. And I heard someone talk about it, where they said, like, it kind of happened in very Steeler fashion, where there wasn't, like, a ton of stuff coming out from the team, but, like, he didn't take them off his Instagram or whatever social accounts, Twitter or whatever. Like, he didn't remove them from that. He wasn't publicly just typing and, like, well, this and that and blah, 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 blah. Like, it was kind of a quietly done, like, let's work this out. Let's get this done. And then he's going to be there for training camp. Like some reports said, like, they wanted to get the deal done before training camp so that way he would be there. And, like, others were like, TJ Watt's not expected to miss any training camp. Like, reports were out there, and those reports are right. You have to know who to pay attention to, because, here's Adam Schefter with the tweet, but, like, he also had a tweet where teams were talking about how they could trade for TJ if he became available, like what kind of package they would need to put together. But that's the thing. If I'm just going to throw a team out there, the Packers, right? He's from Wisconsin, so just Packers. If Packers say, okay, if we were to trade for TJ, what would it cost us? That doesn't mean the Steelers are going to do it. Like, that's the thing. Adam was very careful about how he worded that. It wasn't the Steelers making calls to other teams. It wasn't other teams making calls to the Steelers. It was, if he became available, what would it cost? Because no one thought Minka was going to get traded. So, But that was like an even less likely TJ would get traded. So, this really affects Parsons and Hendrickson and other pass rushers too. I know Karlaftis got paid, but like those top tier guys, like, you know, Dallas could have paid Micah last year, and say you get him for 35, okay, maybe even 36. You save yourself $5 to $6 million a year. Now TJ's a little older, so Micah, he's not going to do a 3-year deal. He's going to do a 5 to 6 year deal. So that's $30 million. Now, maybe $30 million isn't a lot to Jerry Jones. But that could be a lot on your salary cap. Because, and it'd be one thing if it was like one player, right? Oh, you know, we waited a little on Micah, and now it's going to cost us an extra $6 million a year. But you did it with CD, and it cost you a few extra million there. You waited on Dak, it cost you a few extra million there. Like, it adds up. And before you know it, Jordan Lewis has to leave. You can't afford him. Like, so now, like, Trey Hendrickson. Now what? Since he doesn't necessarily have to get 41, but you can't say, here's 30. Here's 28. You can't do that. Like, he's going to be probably at minimum 35. Like, I think before this deal, I think I've talked about it. And I said 32, right? Miles at 40, but that's because he wanted to leave. And it's like, okay, like, maybe you can get Trey for 32. But that's like bare minimum. Because I think he was like 16 or something. I'm like, you gotta double that minimum. So it's like, okay, 32, and you probably end up negotiating to like 34, let's say. It's 37. Like, I'm being honest. It's 37 now for Trey. The price just keeps going up, and these teams just keep waiting. And it's almost like they almost hope the player gets hurt. So it's like, oh, you know, we were going to pay you 37, but you're hurt now. Here's 30. It's like $7 million a year because I'm going to miss a season or 3/4 of a season on a, say, 3-year deal. Say, you know, same length. So it's like, okay, this deal where, like, this injury where I'm going to miss most of a season or all of a season is going to end up costing me $21 million. So that's just the thing is, this affects other pass rushers that are at the top. But, you know, great for TJ. I also saw something, JJ made like $129 million in his career, I think it was. And TJ's making 123 just in 3 years. So JJ had a couple of tweets where it was like, you know what, TJ deserves this. You know, he earned it. He's such a hard worker. And if you ask JJ's gonna say he's the best in the league. And you can call him biased because it's his brother. Steelers fans, you can call them biased because it's their team. But like, and then in another tweet, he had to be sincere and genuine, and it's heartfelt. It's like, oh, look at Big Brother. And then the next tweet, he puts, if he even lets me begin to reach for my wallet at dinner. Like, it's like, nah, dude. You're making, in 3 years, almost what I made in 12. JJ played for 12 years. It's like, no. You are paying for dinner. So, but, you know what? They paid him. They had to. And I just think about their record since drafting TJ when he's hurt and he's not available. They're literally, I don't know if this includes playoffs or not, but they're literally like 1 in 10. Like, they are a terrible team when he's out. Terrible team. So whether it's now you could always say, okay, well, if you traded TJ and then you get stuff back, yeah, you do, but that wouldn't help you right now. If you traded him today or yesterday or whatever, if you trade him before the deal, like you're unless you get players now, it's not going to help you. So, well deserved TJ. He earned it. He absolutely has earned it. I was part of the party that didn't think he would top Miles, but now someone's going to top him, whether it's 40.1, 42, 43, whatever. So, that is it for this. Thank you everyone for watching. If you did enjoy it, please do leave a like. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, turn notifications on. I'll see all you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.